Some of the people in the media have earned it, okay? And I think you're right. I look at some of the newspapers, some of the commentators, I agree with you. But it's a free country. You're allowed to have an opinion even if you're in the media. But let me ask you about, unless you're a straight news reporter, and then you better get it come right down the middle. Let me ask you about you. You had comments a couple hours ago with Jake Tapper talking about the way the Jewish vote tends to go pro-Democrat, even though the Democratic Party is not as hawkish as the Republican in the Middle East. Republican Party is. Do you want to clarify some of that? Because that's a tricky topic with people. Anything to do with ethnicity or gender, I'll tell you, is tricky. Very tricky. So here's a chance.
I'm apparently an anti-Semite now because I had the gall and the audacity to ask someone of the Jewish faith why or how they believe people of the Jewish faith vote Democrat. I mean, God forbid I'd listen to someone of the faith rather than the media, who clearly are not biased and don't have an agenda. I mean, that to me that's just common sense. I don't need Chris Matthews to tell me why people of Jewish faith vote the way they do. I want to ask someone of the faith. And to me, that's much more relevant. I think that, you know, and I don't have a problem asking people questions like that because I'm not trying to be offensive or racist. I'm clearly curious because I've read my history. I understand my history that, you know, that this country feels so anti-Israel in the last 15 years, more so than at any point in my life, and I can't figure that out.
Oh, well, that's a legitimate debate we're all going to have. By the way, left, right on Israel, left, right on Bibi Netanyahu is a popular argument everywhere in the country, by the way, especially in Israel, you argue about that stuff, which is a great thing over there. But the problem is, people will say is, and I'll say it, you can't ask a person of a religious faith or a race to speak for that religious group and ask them to sort of account for it. You ask somebody to account for it as an individual.
Chris,
yeah, go ahead.
Not true. Not true. Liberals do it with Christians all the time. Liberals do it with Christians all the time, and I'm not going to play the victim game because I'm a white male Christian, which apparently makes me a racist to anybody if I don't speak out in favor of whatever it is they want me to speak out of. But again, I want to ask, and I'm tired of hearing moderators. I'm tired of hearing politicians tell me what I should care. I'm tired of hearing the media tell me what I should care about. I'm an American citizen. I'm pro-life. I'm pro Second Amendment. I love my Constitution. And there's a woman who possibly could go into the White House who